Get you some popcorn and something to drink because we got a whole lot of shit to talk about. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Like I said, get yourself something to drink. Pause the video, do what you need to do, and come on and get your little stuff together because we got a whole bunch to talk about. First off, I got to do a shout out first off to my girl Rochelle Bailey. She actually contacted me. I was actually chipping some bingo boards, baby, and my phone was giving me ting-a-ling, ting, ting, ting. You were right. The shit done went down. And I'm like, oh, Lord, you know I love some tea, honey. And she apologized and everything. She said, I didn't mean to give you the tea and didn't know you hadn't watched the program. Girl, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll take the tea whenever I get the tea, and then I'll put the rest of the shit together, honey. I'll get it all together, put sugar and shit in it when I get home. So we was cool. So thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it. But let's get started. Okay, so Love and Hip Hop, Season 6, Episode 5. Stevie J, Bobby V, Scrappy, Jock, Kirk, old ass, dry ass Ernest, and this guy named Tango. They done all got together. Now, all this money, because I just named all this hip hop money at the table. These motherfuckers done gathered somewhere in some goddamn parking lot after dark with a spotlight and two motherfucking card tables. I said, Mona, you quit it. I said, I can't wait. I just looked at it and I said, I can't wait till Forest Rock sees this shit. So I'm telling you, if y'all are not hooked up with Forest Rocks, you gotta go watch Forest Rocks as well. She does a review on Love and Hip Hop as well. And I'm telling you exactly what she's going to say. When she sees that card table set up, Rox is going to stop and she's going to make a face and she's going to holler, Mona, bitch. I just know it. I can just see it in my head. But Mona really did try it. Card tables, folding card tables from Walmart. I said, y'all better stop. And they playing poker and commiserating. Hot mess. And they're basically just shooting the shit about all the shit with the baby and Kirk Frost and all that. And then you find out that Kiana used to fuck with Tango. So these whores, that Kiana and that Jasmine, and don't leave Ron out, them three whores done been somewhere with everybody in Atlanta at some point or other. They have been fucking and sucking everybody. It's just a mess. So I'm like, this is just too much. So we had all that going on. And then, Jock came out and told his part of the story. And a mess. A whole mess. Next, we run into lovely Mimi and Jocelyn. She's running into Jocelyn. Jocelyn wants everybody to get together so she can apologize to everybody and they can forget everything that happened in the past and drop all the beefs that she had with everybody. She wants to do a video to her song called Baby's Mama, or is it Baby's Mama or Baby's Dad? Some shit. I think it's Baby Mama or Baby's Daddy. Some of that old motherfucking ghetto ass shit. It's the baby's mama or the baby's daddy, one of the two. But she wants to do this video kind of showing young girls that all of these grown women can be grown women and not argue and fight with each other. They can actually bury the towel and drop the beef and be okay. So Lovely Mimi's like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Here, Lovely Mimi, since she had her last round with Sierra and all that, she's fucking jobless in Seattle. So she is trying to get Jocelyn to help her with clients. But little does she know, Jocelyn ain't got no motherfucking friends. Don't nobody like her. So it ain't neither one of y'all that can help each other. Fucking mess. So that was that. Okay, next we meet Shooter finally. Okay, because we kept hearing about this Shooter. So we meet Shooter. Shooter for somebody may be cute. Shooter not cute to me. Shooter to me looks like a Monchuchi with dreads. And I know that's dating back a little far. A lot of y'all may not know what a Monchuchi looks like. So here you go. Yeah, he looked like a Monchuchi with dreads to me. Hot mess. But that's Sierra's husband. Him and Sierra, Jock and Carly all get together for a double date. Well, in the midst of the double date, it was the shortest date you've ever been on because Carly puts Jock out there, talks about his wayward dick and all his bullshit and what he got going on with Jasmine and this, that, thing, and the other. And everybody at the table's like, ooh, that's a fucking mess. Well, just when you thought it couldn't get no worse, honey, Sierra is even worse than Carly. And I'm looking at Sierra. I kept looking at her, looking at her, looking at her. I keep saying, who does she look like? Just she look like an old fake ass Little Kim. I was like, all right, girl. She's Little Kim before she went full Asian. So, anyway, she broke out and put out on the table that, yes, I work a lot. But when I work, I'm young and I want to play a lot too. And Shooter ain't been doing no shooting, honey. He's giving lazy dick on deck, honey. So he done got all embarrassed, baby, and he was like, oh, this is enough. He ended up walking out and leaving. Whole mess. Never go out on a double date with these two couples at all. A hot mess. I mean, when she put that mess out there about Shooter's dick being tired and dry, even Carly was like, oh, and it even fucked Carly up for a minute. So after that, we run into Jocelyn meeting with Melissa. And I told y'all, Melissa is the messiest, involved with the girls is stud that I've ever met. So Jocelyn wants Melissa's help to convince the girls to do her video. So Melissa runs down the list. She's like, well, Jocelyn, I don't know. I mean, let's see. You got Tammy. She wanted Tammy. She said, did you apologize for pulling Tammy's motherfucking hair off? Remember she did that at the reunion? Yanked Tammy's motherfucking ponytail out of her brains? No, I ain't apologized yet. Okay. Well, what about Carly? Did you apologize for blackmailing Carly? Well, no. No. Well, what about Dime? Did you apologize for throwing water and money at Dime? No. I said, Lord have mercy. She done had it out. Said, bitch, you might as well call K. Michelle. She's your only friend. And she's busy. She's on her Kelly Price, but she's booked. But she went on. So when then Melissa throws her own curveball in, she's going to throw her good thing in there. Well, what about the other Mimi? She told her, she said, oh, Molly the maid. Oh, no, honey, she's not welcome to be in my video. Don't nobody want her, honey. And then told Melissa, I wouldn't care what you could talk her into. You suck her pussy on your own time. You don't suck her pussy on my time. I said, oh. So even when there's nobody else available, she don't fucking want Mimi. Okay? I said, well, damn. That's a damn mess. Then they threw out Mama D's name, and she's like, everybody, Mama D will do it. Everybody loves Mama D. So they felt real confident that they could get Mama D. And I was like, okay. So she's like, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna try to get the girls together. And Jocelyn was like, well, who can say no to the pregnant girl? I said, girl, just hold on. You're gonna find out, honey. You're gonna find out, baby. Everybody said no to Jocelyn except for Dime. And her and Dime, they met. And that's where it ended. That's where the episode ended. So we'll actually see what happens in the next week. I don't know how that's going to go because Dam already was having an attitude like, I hope I ain't wasting my fucking time. And Jocelyn was walking to the door and looking, seeing Dam rolling her eyes. I said, oh, this is a mess. A mess. Anyway, moving on. So now we actually have lovely Mimi, Mariah, Mariah with the O in it, Mariah the Ho-Raya, her, and Treasure P. And Treasure P basically was saying how she regretted the fact that she got off to a wrong start with Mimi and Tommy. And she was saying, it kind of just is what it is. She really doesn't want to be at odds with, she knew some tea. She knows some tea about Jock, which actually ended up, she knows Cena. She's actually friends with Cena. Jock's the twins' mother. She knows her. So she don't want to get in nothing that has to do with Jock. And Jock actually gave her a job at the radio station where he works. So she don't want to fuck around with nothing that has to do with Jock. She don't want to beef with Carly. She don't want to beef with Jock. She don't want none of that going on. She says she really don't want it. She don't want to be up no feud with Tommy. So she said, I'm going to invite her out and see if we can squash what actually happened with that beef. And she pretty much apologized to Mimi, you know what I mean? And just said it just is what it is. And I kind of think of things the way I think of them, and it just is what it is. But I didn't really mean that you were beneath me when I said low. It was just a bad meeting, and things got said, and I just kind of regret it. So it was like, okay, cool, no problem. Then we had Mariah, the Ho-Raya, sitting around talking about the pay at her job is bad, that Sierra doesn't pay her what she's worth, and she has a side hustle that's attached to the job. So she just continues, she's working it until she gets to the end of what it is she's trying to accomplish. So we're like, okay, and just what is that? But we found out later on that what she's talking about is she's fucking Shooter, like I said. And this is why my girl Rochelle Bailey had actually hit me up earlier, because I said this in the last review that she was fucking Shooter. She fucking that motherfucking Shooter and basically blackmailing him. And then he just treats her like a whore. I mean, it went from one thing to the other. There was a mess when he told her, you gotta have to do that thing that I like. And she's like, I do what his wife don't do. What you do, girl? What you doing, honey? Standing on the back of the car, leaning over, suck cock upside down. What are you doing, honey? That's so groovy that he's giving you this money for. So she's doing some form of, I'm sure some form of cock sucking, honey, that maybe Sierra got too much work done to be able to do. And this trout mouth clown can do it. So that's what's actually going on with that. That was the tea that had dropped. I said, oh my, but there's more. There's more. So we got that whole thing going on. I just looked at the two of them, was like Monchuchi and Troutmouth, honey. Too much animal interaction for me. Too much mixed breeding. But anyhow, so let's go over to Rasheeda, Shirlene, and Kirk. Again, this thing with your mother being up in your reality show. Mothers need to be seen and not heard. Shirlene, get your motherfucking ass somewhere and get 2 seats in the fuck section. Nobody cares what you think, Shirlene. Rasheeda is a grown-ass woman. You in their marriage, talking about what your suggestion is. Suggestion for what? So you done did some counseling on motherfucking Mama D and Ernest, and now you think you're a marriage counselor? Girl, if you don't get yourself a seat somewhere and sit your motherfucking ass down. She sat up and told him her suggestion is that you file for divorce. Some great counselor, honey. Get on, Shirlene. Hot mess. Kirk told Rasheeda, I think we should go to counselor. Rasheeda said, let me tell you, I'm going to need a little time. But until that time, this is what I got for you. This right here, that's what I got for you. I was like, okay. She ain't trying to hear that shit. Kirk, sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere. And Kirk is just ridiculous. It's the whole sad act. Nobody feel bad for you, Kirk, because you out of order. You out of order. Be glad all you brought home was a baby, because that Jasmine is a whole new kind of hoe. So just be glad that all you brought home was the possibility of a baby here. Mess. So, let's see. Raw, Jasmine, and Kiana. They're all going to move into a place together. Well, that was the plan until Kiana came in the house and said, I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm hearing that Carly is showing pictures of the baby all around town and telling people about all what's going on. And then we got Jock said that he fucked you and that the baby actually might be his. Well, baby, Rod got 9 shades of hot because undoubtedly Rod and Jock are friends. So he got just as hot up underneath his collar, baby. And then he's like, now, wait a minute now. And he said, this shit better not be true. It better not be true. And all of this kind of carried on. And he said he's mad. And he's like, I'm really ready to fight Jock. This, that, and the other. So they set up a meeting. And then here we go, honey. We got Jock and Carly. We got Rod and Jasmine. They on either sides of the table. They come in. They going back and forth. Oh, for some reason, Jasmine, all of a sudden, now she got Rod with her. Jasmine is a whole new Jasmine. This Jasmine got all these balls and got on my nerves so bad because she was so tough all of a sudden. She talking shit to Jock. She talking shit to Carly. This is like the first time that I kind of was like, go ahead, Carly, go in, bitch. Grandma Carly was like, girl, no, you're not, honey. You coming here disrespecting me, you little young bitch. I said, come on, Grandma Carly, show her what you're made of, bitch. But Rod come in, he asked the Jock some shit. He's saying some disturbing news. We supposed to be boys and shit. He wouldn't even shake Jock's hand and stuff. He's like, you know her? All like this and all that? And then Jock got the backpedaling and pussy popping. I said, wait a minute, Jock, I know you ain't playing punk, is you? Well, I mean, I know that I had me a night and I kind of messed up and I dealt with a girl named Jasmine and it was a foggy night. I don't know if you're the Jasmine, but you sure do look like her. Backpedaling the pussy pop, but just say you fucked her. Everybody fucked her, honey. It ain't a big deal. Unless you're scared of Rod. So even after all that, Rod said, well, I just, that's cool. That's cool. Because I was feeling some kind of way when I came in. I'm glad you got that all out on the table. But, because I really didn't want to go into none of the information that I have about Cena. Because, me and Cena's real, real close. I talk to Cena like every day. And Jock was looking at him like, oh, so you trying to make me feel some kind of way. Now, that's something I really ain't into. Cena's a grown-ass woman, and if you fucking or sucking with Cena, that's between you and Cena. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, this thing, Jock just one of the motherfuckers that just ain't gonna let you see him sweat. But that shit cut Jock at his knees and right up underneath his chest. That shit hurt Jock's feelings so motherfucking bad, because Jock loves Cena. And still fucks with Cena. That shit cut him like a knife. And in the midst of that, we're having to watch that, just pissed Carly off. So it was like a trickle-down effect. So when Jasmine decided to come for Carly, Carly was already on 10. Because she mad at the motherfucker, because here I go again, having to compete with motherfucking Cena, and this bitch ain't even here. So when Jasmine got all smart with Carly, Carly was like, fuck this bullshit. Y'all ain't coming here talking to me any old kind of way. And Jasmine told her, what is it about you running around town, showing pictures of my baby around town? And Carly was like, well, did you figure out who he belongs to? Yeah. Like, oh. So she said, Rod's like, I want you're going to have to erase those pictures. And she will say, yeah, you better get my baby's pictures out your phone. Carly jumped up and said, who in the fuck's going to make me? I said, you better do it, Carly. Tell him, girl. And get some space in there because you can't fight. So, yeah, bitch. But Carly cussed them the fuck out. And Jasmine went to try to jump up here. Go, Carly, come on, bitch. Come on. Carly know how to play it. There's 900 people in between them. I said, do it, Carly. But yeah, that Jasmine got on my nerves. Now all of a sudden, you so motherfucking tough, bitch. You wasn't tough when Melissa put you and your girlfriend or your boyfriend out. You ain't get all smart with that motherfucker Melissa, because that bitch would have gave you 2-3 uppercuts, honey. Hot mess. So that was the whole thing. And it's so fake. It really is so fake. You see Rod over there laughing and shit. I said, they ain't learned yet. Boner, you gotta work with them. He was laughing his ass off. But it was entertaining. It really was. So we leave all that. Now, last thing. Here are the last little piece. You should get another swallow of your little drink, honey, and a little bit more of your popcorn. Here we go. This is the last thing. So here go Tommy. And it's my Tommy. She's blonde today. She's a blonde bob. She goes down to meet Treasure down at the nail shop. And Treasure's sitting there getting her feet done. And Tommy said, "Oh, hi, honey. Hi, honey. Thank you for inviting me in." You know, doing all this. And she says, "Maybe I'll sit on over here." She sits down. And you know, Tommy fidgets. And I knew what Tommy was doing because they're steady having this conversation. And she said, yeah, well, you kind of came off. And she was literally, Treasure was going into an apology, but Tommy wasn't really there for an apology. Tommy was there to finish what they had started. Tommy was fidgeting because Tommy was taking her shoes off. Because Tommy is a ghetto bitch, and I love it. She was taking her shit off, and they're talking, and she says, "Well, the reason," she says, we don't know each other, and that's kind of probably why you took what I said the way I said it. I didn't mean that you were like low down. It was just, you know what I mean? It was just like low, some of the things." And she was like, Tommy was like, "Well, no, the thing is that, when you talk to people and you really don't know them, then they could actually take things any way they want to take it." And I took it like that because, see, you're a messy bitch. That's what I took from it, that you're a messy bitch. And Tommy then got up at this point, and I'm sitting there and I'm saying to Treasure, like, "Girl, nobody told you about Tommy. You ain't watched Tommy last season, Miss Thing. Why is you letting Tommy? Oh, why, girl? Why you letting? Oh, she got her already." It happened just that fast. Tommy got up there over top of her. They got her, honey, in a lock. Got half her hair, pulled her fucking brains out. I said, "Girl, y'all gonna get enough of letting Tommy get over top of y'all with her little tiny self, honey." Tommy is scrappy. You cannot let Tommy up on you. If Tommy comes towards you and that bitch's voice drop, just start fighting, because that's what she's getting ready to do. Child, she made the mistake. Tommy got a hold of her, honey, pulled her brains out. I had to break him up. Tommy was throwing glasses and shit. I said, "Oh, damn, Tommy." Cussed her up. "Don't anybody tell you that I ain't to be fucked with, bitch. Welcome to the A, bitch." It's like, oh, how I love that Tommy. Anyway, that's it. I told you I had a lot of shit to talk about. This episode was a good old mess, child. So, that's it. That is it for now. It's going to be even messier next week. I'll see y'all in 7 days. All right, later.